Welcome back to Let's Play Dig or Die. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. I do. This part is actually mostly blind for me as well. Just for the record here. Kinda worried about where to dig. I think it would be best to dig here because that means the water will not run right into my excavation site. Let's try to also place some torches on the way so I find the way back and I can also see a thing in here. I mean, my own flashlight is not bad, but it's... Oh, there's iron. I want that. This water is kind of annoying. It's really annoying. So what if I went ahead and dug my way out here? So yeah, you have fun with that water, stupid fireflies. I'll place some of those. Now if you have any professional miners also among us, they will probably yell at me now and say, hey, this is not safe or something. But I'm not a professional miner, so I have no idea about mining and stuff. Also, I suppose it would be realistic if this also gave you stones, because I don't think the iron ores we have nowadays, although okay, this is a foreign planet, but the usual iron ores or general ores, I mean, for example, with copper ores, we have mined those since like the early days of man. So the good deposits are pretty much all exhausted by now. So they are what you consider as a useful deposit now, or a deposit worth exploiting nowadays, is like only a few percent actual copper. Because since we've all been using the material of copper since the early days, and of course early man were just they were just digging out basically the raw copper. I'm not sure what the proper English word is, but you can find elemental copper. I guess that works too. You can find elemental copper, and it's also something pretty close to the surface. Oh my goodness, you are effective at digging, you stupid fireflies. So you can find that. You can find elemental copper. Would you stop that? Okay, so apparently it's nighttime now. Go away. Go away. I don't like you. You are. This is actually one of the changes in... Oops, okay. We are screwed. Press F9, so I'll do that. We died the first time, woohoo! Okay, so apparently digging into the night is not a good idea. Okay, let's do this again. I have this, so this will all go away. And be replaced with concrete. Which I should probably craft. Also, I should most definitely rearrange my inventory again. So this will go here, this will go out, this will go out, this will go here. Out, 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 and out. This goes in here. I should have probably used some of that. Okay, then we have this, which goes... Okay, I think it was a mistake to go over there that early. Okay, inventory down. Oops, I didn't want that. Just hit the caps lock there. Okay, we'll dig out one more layer here. I suppose I should dig out from my base. Although having a natural cave is also quite beneficial. Reload this, kill this. I think this has a better range, so we might be able to get this one, yep. Okay, let's try this again. I do accept that I have badly messed it up there. Also, let's dig out one more layer. Leave me alone there. Okay, this and that. As I said, you want to maintain both a roof and a way for the water to run off. If this was pretty much all the height difference I had, the water would just stand in my base and, I don't know, dirty the carpets. So I don't want that, since I prefer my carpets to be clean. Oops, get there. Would you leave me alone, please, you stupid bug? I don't know, I think it would be a good idea if the bugs wouldn't, like, they wouldn't always know where you are and home in on you. Because that way they will always destroy most of the surroundings, and they will always home in, and they will always, like, destroy your... I mean, I guess that's kind of the point. Oops, should probably select that here. I suppose that's kind of the point, but it's still annoying. Because you saw how easily they picked me up there. I mean, okay, I'm probably not the best player, but I still think it's kind of annoying to have that happen on you. Okay, we'll just build those 3 blocks here. This, and that. Okay, we'll use up all our concrete walls. Okay, it's standing somewhere. Why is it standing there? I don't like my water to be standing. Should be running. Okay, it's just running off too slow. That happens. I mean, we do have the way for it to run off. But yeah, water is not the most... it is actually fairly quick, but you have to account for a lot of stuff here. And as I said, I do want to try the math here and to see if... like, if the simulation... I mean, it's not a groundwater simulation, so it's not a program dedicated to simulating groundwater, which is something I completely accept. But I still think it would be interesting to see if the bit about water in the soil, and if that is accurate. I mean, if I made such a game, it would probably interest me to see how well I hit it. Then again, this wouldn't be like the most... damn it, I should probably put this there. And this there. The focus of the game is... I mean, it's a game. It is supposed to be entertaining. And I get that. This. But still, if I made a game about... or if I made a game with groundwater, I'd probably be interested in seeing how well I hit it, or how accurate I hit it. Then again, this is an alien world. They might have different soils, although not too different, because as I understand it, soil is mostly... or as we now know, that the properties of soil are mostly influenced by the size of the grains. So if you have very, very small grains, for example in the clay, you have... they can be put together very densely. So they are very dense, there's not much space between them, and they are pretty much waterproof. Clay is, as you all know from a clay mug, although that's been burned in a kiln, clay is pretty waterproof. It packs very dense, and it is generally considered a what's the word now? It is not conducting groundwater, so it can't be a water-bearing layer. This is actually reflected in Dwarf Fortress quite well, because there you have those clay lenses in the groundwater layers, or in the water-bearing layers, that are pretty much breaking your aquifer, which is nice because you can use those to dig around. I mean, this game only has soil, which is... I don't know, it's a mixture of... I suppose it's a silty, sandy stuff. I really prefer this to not do what it's currently doing. I mean, this is kind of annoying. The water here is really getting on my nerves, so I'll probably try to see that removed at some point. Yeah, so what we see here is water that really quickly drains. So I would suppose it is, yeah, a sandy sandy floor with maybe some silt, which is kind of the medium grain size. Sand is very it's not very big. I mean, there is always gravel, which is those little stones you can actually see. If you go smaller, you call it sand. If you go even smaller, you have silt, and if you go very small, like 10 to the power of minus 9 meters, I think, in grain diameter, you end up with clay. So it's really tiny. And yeah, that's clay for you. There's not much else to say. You can... You all know how clay works, how clay looks, how it feels. And you can actually, if you're experienced in that, I'm not, because I haven't done that much field work. But you can actually look at the soil, and you can, if you're experienced, you can just take a hand of the soil and you can at least roughly sort it into categories. Like you feel it and you run it through your hands and you know what kind of soil it is. Or if it's a silty clay or a loamy clay or a sandy loam or a loamy sand or all that stuff. And I think that's quite the skill to have. It always impresses me when people do that. I never really got the hang of that in studies. Maybe I will later on. I mean, I'd probably be interested in some geologist-like work. Anyway, what we see here is a soil that definitely conducts water. It also seems to, as you see here, it holds water to some extent. So it can't be a clay. It is also not necessarily a sand, because it, I mean, okay, it does give a bit here. But it seems to be mostly stable in its form. So let's also jump up here. So I suppose it's no sand, because if it was sand, we'd have to support this back wall here. Especially if there's water coming in, it would completely rip this off. So we have a soil that is similar to the soils we have here, because you can't really do much else in grain size. It's just a natural limit. Can't go much smaller because it requires a lot of energy to make something to grind something really small. There's actually there are equations for that. And the smaller you get, the more power you have to add to the material. Probably not a smart idea to do this. So if you want to have your material very small, like if you want nanoparticles, you will have to either make them like chemically. There are ways to ensure that things are or that particles that you gain from a reaction are of a certain size. Oh my goodness, I should... Ouch. Okay. I shouldn't talk about that. I really shouldn't have agitated the red bees. Fireflies, sorry. Also, I will not bother building a base this time. I will go straight to the next better gun. So I'll try to get that done. I'll try to go underground and see what I can find once this wave is done. So yeah, if you want nanoparticles, you will have to put in a lot of energy. So you have to have some really good either grinding device, or I don't think even those can go to nano sizes, like the nanoparticles, which are only supposed to be a few atoms, I think. Shut the hell up. You can't generate those that easily. It is possible to make them, mind you, but it's not very easy, and it's, as I said, it requires a lot of energy to get to those sizes. Also, I wish it would at least save my inventory. This has to go, this has to go, this has to go, this has to go, this will go there, this will go over here, this will go away. Away, away. I don't know what you need this grass for at all. Okay. So we have plenty of platforms. We might want to have some more of that, some more light. Let's do this, and some more of that, and some more of this, because I can. Some more lights, because I definitely want those. And now let's dig down. Close this. I'll actually save here, because I can. Let's do a new save. This is the LP save 1. And then I'll probably record one more episode, just for the sake of having it. So I'll see you all then. Bye!